She warns that Los Angeles is only the beginning of social upheaval if politicians don't start addressing the issues raised by rappers instead of attacking the messengers. I'm Dominique DiPrima, News Center 4.
What do you say to those who somehow feel threatened by what they hear in rap and suggest that it's putting ideas in the minds of people?
Well, I think that the feelings and the response to the climate in this country economically and racially is not just among rappers. It's happening among the doctors, the lawyers, and a lot of other African-American people, but the voices that are being heard and responded to right now by young people are rappers.
I don't think it's a danger being in when you talked about the comparison or the confusion between the rap celebrity and the messages, so to speak.
There is an interesting phenomenon, Brian, in that a lot of the rap groups do have organizations attached to them now. You have Black Watch, which X-Clan has. You also have the HEAL organization of KRS-One.
Okay, Dominique DiPrima, Cool Mo D, and Sister Soul Jazz, I thank you all.
How many people here feel like the news is representing them? Tom, how does that make you feel?
I'm not surprised. I think that you could go into almost any audience in America, whether you have farmers in the rural Midwest or you have stockbrokers. We have a policy at NBC that we're owned by General Electric, for example. There are stories that we have reported on nightly news that don't go on the other programs because they're not worthy of their attention.
Oh, I'm wondering what you think is the long-term price, though, of these young people not being plugged in, not feeling trust, and not feeling communication with the mass media.
Well, I think it's a problem for all of us. I think that it's something that we think about a lot of the time.
I want to give our studio audience a chance to give some shots out to homies they've lost who we hope are on a peaceful journey. Tell me about your homie.
Well, you know, it was really my cousin who I seen, you know, get killed right in front of my eyes. Right?
What happened with your cousin?
Well, you know, we were standing out. You were standing outside, and where I be at, and these dudes just drove up and just started shooting, and they shot him first, and they shot him right in the face.
All right, Charlon, you lost your baby's father. Tell me about that. What happened?
Well, he was sitting in his car, him and a friend of his, and he had just dropped me off about maybe 5 minutes before it happened, and he was sitting in his car, and some guys came up and shot him over 27 times.
Anything you want to say about that to people watching?
The killing just needs to stop.
In a world where young people often pay more attention to their peers than their parents, the Real Alternatives program AIDS Project is reaching Bay Area teens.
As someone who had to deal with the tough experience of finding out that you were HIV positive, do you recommend to young people that they go get tested?
Oh, definitely. You have to. When you do find out, and if you are positive, there is a certain level of denial that you go through, but once you get past all that, you go back to feeling good about yourself again.
From traditional to radical, people are finding ways to make change. And I want to toss this to you, Eric. You decided to declare yourself a conscientious objector actually a few months before you even found out about the war. But you went up against the U.S. Marines, and there's a lot of danger involved in that.
Mm-hmm. Well, at one time I was facing the death penalty for refusing orders to the Gulf War. You know, sometimes you just got to do what you feel is right, and you know, it's the ballot or the bullet. Give me liberty or give me death. You know, there's a time when you got to say enough is enough. We've got to make change.
And